Navy,
Hey, what's up?
you almost beat us. We literally just barely logged on.
Oh, we were waiting for you.
Hold on, I gotta turn my volume up. What was that?
We were waiting for you.
You were?
Yeah, we have to wait till you hop on to get in.
Oh. What's up, Boston?
So,
Did- I didn't know that you were already on. What's up, dude?
so
What sweatshirt you got on? Ooh, Alabama. Should have known. Should have known. One sec.
you too.
You come listen to Gordon. You guys got anything fun this weekend?
I have a gymnastics meet.
Oh, you do?
Yep, Vegas. I didn't even know that.
There you go. Is it Saturday?
No, it's Sunday.
Oh, it is. Do you guys
Hmm.
leave Saturday or do you leave Sunday?
They leave Sunday.
That's a long day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big day. Boston, you going too, or are you staying home?
He's staying home.
Staying home. Watch some football, go to church. What else?
Nothing really, probably. I don't even know.
That sounds like a good Sunday to me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think I still get to go to
Man, my
church.
time is way up on my watch.
Las Vegas. No. We, because church like ends around like 10 and then we get to go. And then it's an
42, but my watch is saying
hour. So
36. You guys doing anything for Thanksgiving? You guys, whose family's house are you going to?
Um, up north. Yeah, up north.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, to
Dan's
like,
house?
yeah.
Fun.
Yep.
We're going south, so we're going to miss you. You're coming north, we're going south.
Oh, dang. Where are you guys going?
Dang it.
Where are we going?
We're going to St. George.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, crew? What's up, Ford?
Hey, what's up?
You got cookies? That looks good. I can taste it from here. Oh, yeah. What's up,
You share
Tanner?
those with your mom too? Tanner, we got money tonight or not tonight?
No, he's got baseball.
We'll catch the recording. Tonight should be a good one. See who we get. We got a couple minutes. Ford, you making the bus trip down to Spanish Fork tomorrow? Or not Ford, crew? Yeah?
Yep.
Nice, man. What time do you guys leave?
It's a great question. I don't know. Two.
2 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know. Jackson, you ready for it?
Oh yeah,
Let's go,
100%.
dude. Big time. I'm excited for you guys.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think we got it.
those
I
big
think
farm boys in Spanish Fork.
yeah, we've got our game plan. I like our odds.
It's nice to have a plan, huh?
Yeah.
Everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
Well, I'm ready for it.
Yeah, you are. I know you are. Let's go.
I mean, this will make like lifetime memories for me.
Mm-hmm. 100%. You keep that game film.
Yeah. Well, even if I get thrown on my behind, I'll still have a clip of me going up against the guy. So that'll be cool.
That'll be way cool. Michael, what's up, dude?
What's up?
Who do you got with you?
So this is my friend Maddox.
What's up, Maddox? How you doing,
What's up?
dude?
Good.
Welcome to the call.
Guess what? He
What?
is a huge BYU fan.
Let's go, Cougs. Let's go. That's a huge matchup on Saturday, man.
Oh yeah.
Big time. Big time. Glad to see you on, Maddox. You can join us anytime as a BYU fan. What's up, Ezra?
What's up?
What time we got? Okay, 8:45. I'm going to give us 30 seconds. We're going to get going. I'm going to give us a little class, a little tribute to Ernest Shackleton. How many of you guys heard of Ernest Shackleton before?
I read a book about him in
Ezra
seventh
has,
grade.
Sarah has. Yeah, we've discussed him in the past a long time ago on the call, but I'm bringing him back for this month and specifically for this mindset. What's up, Brett? What's up, Davis? How you guys?
Great, how about you?
Doing awesome. So the month of November, where there's a will, there's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. And a lot of history has been defined by this mindset. Where there's a will, there's a way. I'm going to discover another land. I'm gonna explore the polar ice caps. I'm gonna climb to the highest heights. I'm gonna search the lowest lows. Like it's literally the human spirit. Where there's a will, there's a way. We have willed so much into existence in this world, both as like a species, human species, but also individually. What's up, Ben?
Not much. Just got back from basketball.
This resiliency month, this mindset is really encapsulates a lot of the human spirit and the human condition. And so I'm going to share this story with you guys about Ernest Shackleton and his attempt to explore, be the first person to cross from one sea to the next across Antarctica. So this took place in 1914, and some people had gotten close to Antarctica, but nobody had stepped foot on it, and nobody had made the traverse across Antarctica. So I'm going to share some slides with you, and we're going to talk through this. Okay, double checking. Can you guys hear me? Awesome.
Yeah.
And can you guys see my slides on the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, in the middle is Ernest Shackleton. He is the admiral of the ship and of the voyage that's heading down to Antarctica. Like I said, this happened in 1914 that they set out to explore Antarctica. And that picture on the right, you can see they're literally carving a path out of the sea ice down in Antarctica. So it's so cold down there that the sea freezes for a large part of the wintertime. So you have the continent, and then around it, the sea starts to freeze. And as it freezes, obviously it becomes hard to travel across the sea. So he set out, there were 27 people on his crew. And this was the ad that he sent out in the local paper. Our very survival, oh wait, that's not it. Men wanted for hazardous journey, small wages, bitter cold, long months of complete darkness, constant danger, safe return doubtful, honor and recognition in case of success. These 27 men signed up for that. How many of you would like to sign up for that voyage just based off of that ad? Yeah, it's going to be risky. It's going to be risky. And they all know what they're signing up for. They want adventure. They're going to set out and try to be the first people to cross Antarctica. And those are the 27 people that did it. So that's the sea that that they had to go through. And at times they had to get off the boat and literally try to poke holes in the ice so that they could make way for the ship to come through. Well, this is the map. So they started off right here in South Georgia, and this red line is where they started in December. They made their way all the way down, and then they got stuck in the ice right about in this point where my arrow is. They got stuck in the ice, and this was the ship that was stuck in the ice, and they couldn't move, they couldn't leave, and they had to wait for months in order for that sea ice to give way and to give freedom to that ship. But in October of 1915, the pressure of the shifting ice crushed the Endurance, and it finally sank on November 21st of that year. And so this is one of the last pictures of that ship as it sank down to the bottom of the seafloor, which is 10,000 feet below. And these are a couple of the quotes from Shackleton concerning that time period. Frostbite was a constant threat. creeping over us in the dead of night and taking hold before we even realized it. The men's fingers and toes grew numb and blackened. Every movement was accompanied by pain that never left us. Talks about this, about being hungry. Hunger gnawed at us constantly. We rationed each meager portion with care, but the cold burned through our bodies' reserves, leaving us weakened and hollow. Every man felt the bite of starvation, keenly and relentless ache that never let go. Always in pain, always hungry, always cold, and at times always dark. In this. And so their goal of traversing Antarctica sank to the bottom of the sea. Now it became a survival expedition. How was Ernest Shackleton going to get his 27 crew members safely from Antarctica to safety? Nobody knew where they were. Nobody was coming to save them. They could only save themselves, okay? And this is a picture of the ice and what they basically had to traverse over once their ship went down. Now, they saved a couple of small boats from their ship, and they would drag these small boats with them across this kind of terrain. These ships were heavy, or these boats were heavy. The sea was not smooth. The ice would crack, it would give way. It was freezing cold, and they could only maybe travel a mile a day at best under the best conditions at this point in time. So needless to say, it was life or death. And they had an obstacle to face, a challenge to face, and they weren't going to give up, but it obviously was not easy. And so after about a month of trying to make it north, they finally just decided to hold camp and make camp on the ice floe. And as the ice floe would kind of break up, they would travel north on the floe, hoping to make it to the sea. And so they set up camp. They played a little bit. They had to have fun. So they played a little bit of soccer, and they had some games to try to keep morale up. They had their sled dogs, which they were eventually going to use to pull them across Antarctica, which they could no longer use. They grabbed these penguins. Unfortunately, because the conditions got so worse, so bad, they eventually had to shoot, kill, and eat their dogs. That's how bad it was. That's how bad. I know. It was terrible. The penguins, every now and again, they'd get a sea lion. And so it was tough. And so this camp they called Patience Camp, and they spent about 4 months in Patience Camp until they were finally able to break free and take their boats north to what they called Elephant Island. And when they got to Elephant Island, go back to this map. Right here is Elephant Island, okay? But they had to get to South Georgia Island. And at this Elephant Island, it was difficult, it was tough, but they had to then sail this sea, which was 800 miles to make it to South Georgia. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about this journey. They had to go 800 miles in a 22-foot boat. So they took 3 boats up to Elephant Island. They tore apart 2 of the boats to reinforce the 3rd boat. This sea that they had to pass, which was called, what was it called? Crossing of the James Caird was the boat. And the boat was only 22 and a half feet long. They were going to encounter waves 60 feet high and winds that were up to 90 miles an hour going against them. So it was hurricane force winds, terrible seas, and it took them 17 days to travel the 800 miles to get to South Georgia Island. And they had their navigator, they didn't have GPS, they didn't have their cell phones. Their navigator used what they called was a sextant, and he would only get glimpses of the sun a couple times during this whole voyage, and he would orient the ship on where they're supposed to go just off of the glimpses he got of the sun and its location in the sky. Talk about incredible ability to do that. The ship, it had 6 people on it, and they took turns daily on their routine. They were either bailing water, manning the sails, or navigating. That was it for 17 days, while a couple of them rested, and they just rotated. Bailing water, manning the sails, navigating, bailing water, navigating the sails. And it was when they got to the island, which is South Georgia, they were stuck for 24 hours. They couldn't make landfall because the wind was so fierce that it was driving them backwards and wouldn't let them actually make landfall. Just that same exact time period, a 500-ton ship that was sailing on the opposite side of the island sank with all of its crew members. A 500-ton ship sank. Their 22-foot ship, they navigated and made landfall. So they've just spent over a year in Antarctica. They've just spent 20 days just trying to cross this terrible sea. And now they come to an island which is only inhabited on the north side, and they have to make a trek across some mountains that nobody has ever scaled before in their life. And when people go to do this now, it's extreme alpine hiking with crampons and the latest gear and navigation tools and all that sort of stuff. They had none of that. In fact, what they had to do, they took screws that they hammered into the bottom of their boots so that they could actually grip the snow to make it up these mountains, up and over. They had those screws on their boots, and they had a 90-foot piece of rope. And that was it. They were waterlogged, they were drained, they were exhausted. But where there's a will, there's a way. And let me share this again. Where there's a will, there's a way. And so that was the boat that they set out on when they left Elephant Island. And the remaining crew, this is where they survived for 4 months. They overturned the remaining boat and they lived inside of it. This was a ship that they lived in for 4 months. No heat, no commodities of any kind, just survival, just incredible. Well, after Shackleton left, they tried 4 times. They finally made it and got rescued. He tried 4 times to make it back to his men. It finally took 4 months for him to get back. And this is a picture of his crew waving the ship in to come save them. And so this is a quote from Shackleton. Let me see if I can move this really quick. I reminded each man, this is a leadership quote. I reminded each man that his strength was a gift to his companions, that together we would conquer what none could alone. Nobody could have done this alone. It is only because they did this together that they were able to do this. And Shackleton willed his men to survival. And this quote applies to every leadership position you guys will ever face. Together, we would conquer what none could alone. Remember that. Together, we would conquer what none could alone. And so, just an amazing feat, amazing testament to the human spirit, to leadership, to survival, and to willing yourself to sing another day. And they did it. And so where there's a will, there's a way. You guys come from a long lineage of people that have survived and have willed themselves into existence. And so utilize that. It's inside of each of you. Utilize that power, utilize that spirit, utilize that strength. Conquer what you're here to conquer. And just remember, you can't do it alone. It takes a team. Navigate your ship, but bring people on to man the sails, to help out, because it takes a team. You guys got this. I appreciate you guys. It's really cool story about Shackleton. Hope you guys took something from it. You guys have a great weekend, and we will see you guys on Sunday.
Thanks, Brandon.
Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you.
Thank
Forget 'em.
Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. See you guys.
Did anybody die?
Nobody died. They all survived.
But they're dogs.
Their dogs, they shot the dogs.
And they ate penguin?
Yeah. And seals.
Oh, I'll be fine eating a seal.
Yes.
But a penguin?
No.
Did they use the fluffy fur?
That's good.